Temple Grandin. I'm not like other people. I think in pictures, and I connect them.
For today's content on anything improvement with Authority, we'll be looking into an interesting improvement, which is not just focusing on processes, but then improving a person. Can you imagine a child not being able to speak at the age of 4, or ends up being a professor of one of the top universities in the world? That's amazing, right? My name is Ayomide Otokiti, and I'm a continuous improvement professional. Actually, the founder of Anything Improvement with Otokiti. For those who have been following my content since the beginning of the year, I'm sure you'll be wondering why you've not seen any content notification from me for a very long time. No excuses really, just life happening. But then I'm back, and then you'll be seeing interesting contents from me going forward. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. For those who have been supporting thus far, liking, sharing, commenting, reposting, you are the real MVPs really. Thank you so much. In a world where conformity often reigns supreme, embracing uniqueness can lead to remarkable innovation and change. Today we take inspiration from the extraordinary life of Temple Grandin, a child diagnosed with autism, meaning she couldn't speak at the age of 4.
Your child is clearly autistic.
She probably will never speak.
She didn't like receiving hugs like any other child, but then she had a photographic memory. She was different, but definitely not less. Temple Grandin faced numerous challenges in a society that did not understand her differences. But rather than letting these challenges and differences define her, Temple embraced her uniqueness and used it to revolutionize an entire industry. Temple had a photographic memory.
Read the page, please.
Read it.
And what did it say?
Jean-Paul Sartre naît le 21 juin 1905 à Paris. Fils unique, il vient d'une famille bourgeoise. Son père est polytechnique.
You learned it?
Well, I just looked at it. Then I have the page in my mind and can read off the page and see pictures and connect them.
Which made her see and interpret things differently. She did some mind-blowing improvements, from redesigning her aunt's country home gate to redesigning a cattle slaughter hall in a bid to reducing the death rate of the cattle, thereby making it more humane for the cattle and more efficient for the farmers. Temple was literally misunderstood by everyone around her, so it took some conscious effort of family and friends to actually bring out the best in her, because they knew she had some unique and mind-blowing abilities.
Let me work.
Fine.
Temple had a deep empathy for animals and a unique way of seeing the world.
Danny's looking at you. So you can see all around without moving his head.
So how do you know where he's looking?
His ears. He points his ears where he's looking.
She understood the fear and anxiety experienced by cattle in traditional slaughterhouses, and she knew there had to be a better way. So a typical slaughterhouse required that these cattle be dipped in some disinfectant before they are then slaughtered. This was a very rough process, as it often leads to some cattle drowning during dipping. This process required them to pass over 300 cattle in 1 hour, and then they lose about 3 cattle in a week. Considering the cost of a cow or a cattle in this part of the world, that is actually a lot. Now note that they weren't doing so bad with a loss less than 1%. But then that was definitely not the case that Temple was building. She was more focused on the losses that were not seen. The time taken to save a drowning cow, the amount of manpower required to ensure that all the cows followed the path that was created for them. How much more they could do in 1 hour if the process was more efficient and properly designed. That was her focus. She went ahead to design the entire process against all odds of rejection. A system that took note of the details, removing all forms of objects that could cause a sense of fear in the cows. Temple's innovative idea of livestock handling facilities revolutionized the industry, making it more humane for animals and more efficient for farmers. But her success never came without obstacles. Despite facing rejection and doubt from those around her, Temple remained steadfast in her belief, because she knew that her unique perspective was valuable and that her ideas had the power to change the world. Beyond her contribution to the agricultural industry, Temple became a leading advocate for autism awareness and acceptance.
I'll always be autistic. My mother refused to believe that I wouldn't speak. And when I learned to speak, she made me go to school. And in school and at home, manners and rules were really important. They were pounded into me. I was lucky. All these things worked for me. Everyone worked hard to make sure that I was engaged. And they knew I was different, but not less. Now I had a gift. I could see the world in a new way. I could see details that other people were blind to. My mother pushed me to become self-sufficient. I worked summers at my aunt's ranch. I went to boarding school and college. Those things were uncomfortable for me at first, but they helped me to open doors to new worlds.
Excuse me, please, but we want to hear everything.
Yes.
She showed the world that being different doesn't at all mean being inferior, and that embracing diversity leads to innovation and progress. Temple Grandin's story teaches us the importance of embracing our differences and harnessing them as strengths. In a world that often seeks conformity, let us remember that it's our unique perspectives that have the power to change the world.